Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and spreading unity in our community is the goal of New Direction STL Pastor Tommy Tucker, who joins me now. Thank you for joining me, Pastor Tommy. And you guys, you're a new organization in St. Louis.
That's correct.
And we're so excited to talk to you about it because you're doing some great work out there in our community.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So about 7 months you've been here.
Yes.
And you were telling me before we came on that you're really trying to go out and reach homeless people, people with substance abuse issues and other issues. So what is specifically the mission of your organization?
Well, the mission of the organization is to demonstrate the love of God through acts of kindness in our homes, in our communities, in our cities, states, and the nations. That's the mission of New Direction STL.
And you came back to St. Louis after that. You were here for decades.
Yeah.
And you left and you came back and you are reaching out to people who are at risk.
That's correct.
So what is it about homelessness and substance abuse that speaks to you personally?
Well, as I shared briefly with you, as a child, I was a victim of homelessness through fire. That was a very traumatic experience because the results was that my family had to be split up for a period of time.
How old were you when that happened?
About 8, 9 years old.
And it's very distinct in your memory.
Oh, absolutely. I can remember it as though it was yesterday because the entire house burned to the ground. We were not able to save any personal belongings whatsoever, but we all did escape with our lives. And
you know what it's like to not have that home anymore.
I really do know what it's like not to have that home anymore.
So when you go out in the streets of St. Louis and you speak to homeless people, and I assume you're finding them out in the community, is that where you're reaching them or at the shelters?
We have a partnership, a strategic partnership with New Life Evangelistic Ministries, which has been involved in homeless ministry for about 40 years. And because my wife and I had no previous experience in the area of dealing with homelessness, we felt that it would be ideal for us to be able to partner with someone who had more knowledge. And the way we worked that out was we had the property, they had the experience, and so we partnered where we would help them with their overflow. Okay, and so they actually did the intake for us, and we actually housed those individuals. They would get bused over to our facility.
So you're specifically housing homeless people in your church facility?
Well, we did for the winter. It was a winter emergency program. That program ended about 2 weeks ago. And we are still involved because there are other needs. So now we're creating other programs.
So what are some of the programs that you're working on?
Well, there is a substance abuse program because we're in the heart of a very heavily drug-infested community. So one of the programs that we've started is an education about substance abuse. Drug choice is alcohol or drugs. We're doing some classes on Thursdays for that. And then if your case is a little more severe, we set up strategic partnerships with other facilities that have the ability to be able to put you in a detox program for longer periods of time.
So you're identifying the true needs of the people that you're working with and helping them find the resources that will get them to a good place in their lives.
Absolutely. In my opinion, that is true ministry, and that's what true ministry is all about. And God has called me to be a pastor and to be compassionate to the people who are in need.
Yeah, and you've got a great event coming up. We're going to talk about in our next segment that is going to reach all these people that you're working with and bring in some new people as well. So don't go away. We'll be back to hear more from Pastor Tommy Tucker in just a few minutes.